That's how you beat big-time programs in the real games too. We got to capitalize on some of that. We got to continue to get better. I told you.
Hi, and welcome to the Brett Beard Show, sponsored by James Restaurant. I'm Johnny Lombardi, filling in this week for Jaden Kent, here with Coach Beard. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Man behind the scenes right here.
I know. Sometimes I got to fill in. Sometimes the teacher.
You got to have the big timers sometimes.
Exactly. The teacher's got to come in and fill in. Jaden sustaining an injury Friday night, so filling in this week. Jaden will be back for next week's show. Coach, a few days to process Friday night's loss. Just kind of where are you at thinking about Friday night?
Yeah, look, I don't take losses well. I mean, you want to see these kids succeed so badly with what they put into it, what they pour into it. Big time game. I just want to play well. I want to get to where we're putting together games, offensively, defensively, special teams for 48 minutes, and just giving ourselves a chance to beat some of the top teams in the state. I mean, Central's a top 10 team in the state, and we go to there and we're in a hostile environment, an awesome place to play, a big time turnout. A playoff atmosphere, and we just kind of we start slow again, and kind of bury ourselves quick, and don't really give us a chance to get going and come back and win a football game. And it's frustrating, but it's not just frustrating for me; it's frustrating for everybody. I mean, we're trying every way possible to solve this whole lull we've hit to where we come out the door, come off the sideline, come out the doors in the field house, and we start slow. And we got to figure out what's going to get these kids comfortable as quick as possible so they can go play and do what they're capable of doing.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights from Friday night's game at Central. Yellow Jackets taking the field in Central. Coach, like you said, a great playoff atmosphere. 75th regular season meeting between the two arch rivals. First game in 2 years that will be playing Central. Jackets with the ball first. Jerry Horn back to pass. Scrambles around a little bit, rolls right, and finds Tylen Haynes, who makes a nice catch around midfield to move the sticks. First down there for the Jackets. Tylen Haynes with a nice grab. Jackets facing third down next. Jerry Horn. Miscommunication, throws it up. The ball is picked off by Central and returned deep into Yellow Jackets territory. Coach, really tough way to start the game there, having an interception.
Yeah, we get something going. We get something going, and we're moving, and then we take a shot that we think is there, and the miscommunication right there between the receiver and the quarterback, and with the throw. These things happen, but the biggest thing is we got to get them on the ground. I mean, we're letting picks turn into big plays and haymakers and touchdowns, and these are the things that cannot happen. And they're happening to us. They're putting our defense in a bad spot. And a lot of times you don't win many football games when the offense is giving up points, and that's what we've got to figure out. To stop our offense from doing that.
Wildcats ball, third down, quarterback back to pass, under pressure, scrambles, throws it towards the end zone, but incomplete out the back of the end zone. Yellow Jackets defense holds on that first drive, forcing Central to kick a field goal that is up and good. 3-0 Wildcats to start the game. Denham back on offense. Jerry Horn back to pass, is tipped at the line of scrimmage, nearly picked off. Offense has to come off the field again. Trent Harrison back to punt. Good snap, good kick, and a big return here by number 10 from Central. Makes a few men miss, running to the left, setting up Central's offense deep in Yellow Jacket territory. Yellow Jacket coverage eventually gets him out of bounds and down there. Wildcats starting with great field position. They'd move back after some penalties. Quarterback back to pass, throwing deep again. The Yellow Jackets again on the coverage, incomplete. Lucas Gillen, Hayden Anderson back there on the coverage, forcing Wildcats to punt. Jackets ball again. Jerry Horn rolling right, finds Tylen Haynes in the flat, but he's brought down immediately by Central's defense. Yellow Jackets are forced to punt again. Wildcats ball, quarterback throw over the middle. Huge hit here by Rancher Miller. Wildcats able to move the chains despite the big play there. Quarterback back to pass. Beautiful throw here, up and over. Touchdown catch there by number 16 over Lucas Gillen. Huge play there for the Wildcats. They take a 9-0 lead. Coaches took at the replay. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, hats off to this kid. Coming back from a car wreck, kid's a really good football player. I enjoyed being on the field with him. He made a big-time throw right here and a big-time play. And, that's what they did. They scored. We did not. But two defenses battled it out right there and really we just came up on the short end of the stick because the short end of the field got us. And we can't put ourselves in those spots.
Wildcats' extra point is wide right, so 9-0 Central at this point. Second quarter now, Jerry Horn back to pass under pressure, makes a few men miss and scrambles to the left side. Good enough for a first down. There'd be a flag after this play as well. Horn again, Jackets still on offense, back to pass, under pressure, and is sacked, taken down by Central's defensive line that was in the backfield, it seemed, all night long. Wildcats ball here, quarterback rolling right, throws it over the middle, caught by number 80 here for a first down. Wildcats in Jackets territory. Number 3, screen pass here in the flat. A bunch of missed tackles here by the Jackets. Can't get him on the ground. Up the sideline, last tackle is missed and into the end zone. Touchdown Central. Wildcats take a 15-0 lead. Coach, let's take a look at the replay. A lot of missed tackles.
Really a tough situation. You're down 9-0. You have a couple opportunities right there. Just get 3 or 6 or 7 on the board, and you weathered a storm. But instead, because we can't get anything going, Central has the life. They have a lot of momentum, and kids feed off of that. Here they are with us. We're feeling probably a little sorry for ourselves. We've been on the field a long time at this point. And they made the play and we did not. You had multiple missed tackles, and just a sloppy job. And like I said, a lot of us kind of feeling feeling poor for ourselves because we're down and been on the field and we're tired. And it's no excuse. We make the play, we have a chance to get another stop.
Wildcats going for 2. The pass in the corner of the end zone is deflected and then caught in the corner. 2-point try is good. 17-0 Wildcats in the second quarter. Yellow Jackets back with the ball. Jerry Horn goes to run, but is under pressure again and is sacked in the backfield. Yellow Jackets go 3 and out here. Central getting the ball back near midfield. Quarterback back to pass. Deep throw is caught by number 4 for the touchdown. 24-0. Central takes the lead. Coach, let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, we got to make a play. We got to get a stop. Our back has been against the wall, like I said earlier. We're feeling a little down right now because we've been on the field nonstop. Offense didn't get anything going. We got no life. We got no energy. And these dudes come back and take a shot, and Caden Anderson just gets beat over the top, which is part of football. It's going to happen. And they get to 24. But if I'm Central, I'm not real happy because the situation they had all the first half, they should be at 50 by now. But because our boys defensively bowed up, they only got to 24 after a tough first half.
Jerry Horn back to pass, and again under pressure and is sacked. Central's defense flying around. 24-0 Wildcats with the lead at halftime. Jackets in a deep hole. Wildcats have the ball to start the second half. A little bit of life here. Defense makes a play. Quarterback rolling out over the middle, intercepted by Rancher Miller. Jackets defense trying to bring Denham back into the ball game. Huge defensive play there by Rancher to try to get something going for the Jackets, down 24. Jerry Horn back to pass. Deep throw is dropped by Colton LaBeouf on third down here. Tough play there. Good coverage by Central, but a tough play there from LaBeouf. Third and long, Jerry in the pocket. Deep throw again to Tylen Haynes. Off his hands, incomplete. Tough play there for the Jackets wide receivers. 2 crucial plays that the Jackets seem just to not be able to find all night long. Central quarterback now rolling right. Third and long here over the middle. Ball is incomplete, so Jackets defense hanging tough here. Central still at only up 24-0. Fourth quarter now, Central ball. Running up the middle, stuffed by number 31, James Gaspard. Again, the defense really hanging in there. Field goal attempt by Central is blocked by the Jackets, picked up here by Lucas Gillen and returned deep into Central territory. Another huge play here by the Jackets to try to get something going here early in the fourth quarter. Jerry Horn back to pass. Finds number 15, Caden Lewis, for the first down. The junior number 15 getting some great action in the game. Horn back to pass again on fourth down. Great fingertip grab there by Tylen Haynes to get deep into Wildcats territory inside the red zone. Jerry Horn back to pass, finds Lewis in the back corner of the end zone, caught for a touchdown. Yellow Jackets are on the board, 24-6, cutting into Central's lead. Coach, let's talk about this play here.
Yeah, you hate to see kids get injured, and it's part of the game, but Colton LaBeouf gets nicked up, has to come out. Well, he gets next man up, and Caden Lewis, a guy we know has the potential to be a dude for us one day, comes in and shows us everything he's been doing and working hard, gives us a chance to make plays, and he makes them, which now he has our attention. We need to get him on the field a little more because we obviously know he's now ready to play more. And, big-time throw, big-time catch. And we needed a little life. Sometimes we just wait a little late to get life, but it was what we needed.
Jackets going for two. Jerry Horn in the pocket, under pressure, scrambles, tries to get the ball out. It falls incomplete. Tylen was there, could not get it. 24-6, Central still leads. Wildcats with the ball, again trying to kind of run out the clock here, but Jackets defense holding strong there at the defensive line. Harrison Scott and a host of Jackets there in on the tackle. Still Central's ball, back to pass. Number 39, Devin Mack's going to get in there for the sack. Defense holding strong, trying to get something going here in the fourth quarter. Jackets back on offense, Jerry Horn back to pass. Steps up in the pocket and finds, again, 15, Caden Lewis with a great catch across midfield. Jackets are in Central territory. Jerry Horn back to pass. Screen there to Deshaun Goldman. He makes a great catch. Goes up the middle, close to a first down here. Fourth down, I believe, here. Jackets going for it. Jerry under pressure. Excuse me, this is on third down. Jerry sacked by Central's defensive line again. Jackets still with the ball. Horn back to pass, finds Tylen Haynes over the middle. Breaks a couple tackles and runs inside the red zone. So Jackets in business here, trying to get within 2 scores. Jerry Horn on the screen, picked off here by Central. Number 20, and returned 92 yards all the way for the touchdown. Coach, just a brutal moment here, pick 6.
Yeah, again, offense gives up another score, which is tough on a defense that's played the way they've played all game. Probably went to the well one too many times. You find some things that go against their defense. You try to go to it. You got a guy in the box that's really good at picking up signals. It probably had a pretty good tip that it was coming again, and the kid jumped it, and kind of a lazy throw with it didn't get out there, and the kid was able to make a play. These are things that cannot happen to us. We got to get the job done. You score there, you go and you get 2, you go 24-14. You're going to onside kick. You got a little pulse right there with time left, and you just got to give us a chance to do it. The worst thing that could have happened was this, and it did. And these are the things we got to learn from, and we got to clean up. And if this continues, it's going to be a long year. And if it doesn't, well, you can see we show flashes of having a chance to be pretty good. 31-6
Central. Horn back to pass, under pressure, sacked again. Still Jackets ball. Horn again under pressure, sacked. Central's defensive line in the backfield all night long. Final score, 31-6. Central wins the 75th Amite River rivalry game. Yellow Jackets fall to 1-1, heading to Woodlawn this week. No stats. Internet's been out on campus all day, Coach, so we don't have any stats to look at. But I know you had them ready for me, but not much to look at with stats. But
loss.
Loss.
It goes into the L column, the most important stat of all. That's on me that we got to do a better job getting these kids ready to play. Hats off to those kids that that came back from the car wreck. You want Central to be full strength when you play a team like that. You want to see those kids that, be able to play this great game. And hats off to 15 and 47. That's 2 D linemen. I'm sure our O line is going to be very happy not to have to see them again. Hopefully not until round 1, 2, or 3 or later. But there's some things that you learn from this film that's going to make us better. And, some of it is O-line play. We're going to clean that up. Guys just when one of your better players has a rough night, that's a good thing. Because that's going to be easy to correct. You got a sophomore that's really learned how to play this game at a high level as a center that had a couple of rookie mistakes, but who cares? The kid's a sophomore and he's playing really well. But hats off to 15 and 47. They dominated that game. Our quarterback he's got to quit patting the football and he's got to get it out of his hands. He took hits that he didn't have to take. And for him to make it the full season, that's not going to be able to. He can't do that. And some of it is protection, some of it is holding on to the football, and those things are easy to clean up. I mean, if you don't, you're just going to get teed off on, and eventually you're not going to like it, and just get the football out. Make good decisions and take what they give you, run the offense, and once we get that cleaned up offensively, we got a chance to be a good football team. I mean, you see that defensively, you hate the 31-6 look. I mean, you take the 24-6 at that point. Just don't give up another pick 6. And we had a short field, 7 or 8 possessions the first half, and held them to 24, which I know they're not real happy about. And then you flip around the second half. I mean, you can build off of that and grow off of that. I'm not into moral victories. I don't get into all that. But you don't throw the pick 6 right there. You win the second half against a top 10 team, 6-0, and physically got after them. After their offense, just like their defense did to us. So there's a lot to take away from here. You know, those guys. I'm not taking anything away from Central's victory. They did a great job. They're a good football team. You're gonna see them make a lot of waves this year in 5A, and it's just a game that it's week 2. I mean, people can hit the panic button. I mean, nobody in my office is hitting the panic button. Our kids, we refuse to let hit the panic button because we are a dog-eat-dog program. I mean, you get the job done or next man up. And, it is week 2, and, we learned a lot about ourselves. We've already been in a playoff atmosphere. We've already gone toe-to-toe with the Z. We've been in a rivalry game. And, we survived a storm and Hammond week 1. So, I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything at this point. And then now all you can do is grow from it and clean it up, and we keep getting better because that's the name of the game is get better.
Mm-hmm. Coach, the defense, like you've been saying, phenomenal all night long. Obviously, was on the field a lot. But just talk about those guys, their effort, what they brought to the
team. They get tired, and you get a little grumpy. You can see the body language. But like I told them Saturday morning, why do we do what we do in the summer and work so hard? For us to point fingers because we're on the field so much. At the end of the day, we've trained. I mean, what's the worst thing? You get to be on the field and play. Isn't that why we do this? Whether it's 90 snaps, whether it's 60 snaps, I mean, we're trained to play. Let's play. Don't point fingers, and if you're out there, go make something happen. Let the people in the stands watch you play and get the job done and get to know who you are. And, ideally, the formula to win football games is not getting in shootouts. It's not keeping one side of the ball on the field at all times. It's a good balance. Offensively, we can't give up points, and we got to get off the field after, 6 or 8 plays instead of 3s. When it's 9-0, you have 2 possessions there, we do nothing with it. If you just get to 3, you get to 6 or 7, like I said earlier, you're in a different game at that point because you would have weathered a storm. You've got a little excitement, you got a little energy. You've kind of, you've proven to yourself that you can score on this Central defense, who is probably really one of the best in the state, who is really good. And, you might have a different outcome. But because we can't get anything going, defensively, you're surviving off back against the wall and surviving that, and you're having to come off the sideline and do it again and do it again, and it does wear on you. But our big thing is if you get the chance to play for Denham Springs, you play. Our kids did play for 48 minutes, which I'm really proud of, and it's like I said, we're going to grow from this. It's week 2. Mm-hmm. We're going to be okay.
Yeah. You talked post game a little bit about kind of like a crossroads.
Yeah.
It seems to me, not so much of an X's and O's type deal, but more of a mentality. Like, where are we going to go kind of from here?
Yeah, we look like a different team in the scrimmage. So, I mean, what's changed? Yeah. What's happened? Where is our mindset gone? You still are, have had you had the chance to win some football games in that process. Like, we started slow versus Walker, but you finished the Jamboree. Start slow versus Hammond, a really good football team. I don't think these kids realize how good that team really is. And, we win the football game. You start slow against a top 10 opponent, this is what happens. But, sometimes, we got to look at ourselves. I mean, it's like I tell them, I was a football guy. I played. I can only take you so far. Eventually you have to own your job. You have to own your responsibility, and you have to get it done. And if you're our best players, well, our best players should get the job done. And if you're not, it ain't nothing personal. The business side of the game is we compete. We run the race to win. We're going to find the guys that's going to give us a chance to win. And, feelings get hurt and, parents get upset. I mean, look, it's still a business and it's still a dog-eat-dog world. The job's got to get done, and we got to find somebody who will.
Speaking of that, going this Friday to Woodlawn, going on the road against, you said it after the Hammond game, it's hard to win games in 5A. Yeah. What are some of the keys of the game going in against Woodlawn?
Yeah, again, we got to be better in the trenches. We got to get comfortable going on the road. You don't win a state championship, at home at Denham Springs. We got to be able to take a bus ride. We got to be able to get off a bus, and we got to be able to play for 48 minutes, and you do that by doing it. Hammond's another good football team. I tell you what, this is a tough schedule. I told our kids just this morning, I made it for a reason. I'm tired of buying victories and buying teams to come in that we can beat up on for 20 minutes. Those days are over. You know what? If it gets me fired because I don't win or win enough, you know what? So be it. We're putting people in the stands, and we're playing at a high level, and we're playing against big-time opponents. And, it's not going to get any easier. I love the way our schedule is set up. And, we're going to keep coming to work every day, and we're going to grind it out every day, and we're going to fight every day because that's what we do. That's what our brand is. And, we're going to continue to learn from this. And, the next step is Woodlawn. It's the biggest game of the year. Why? Because it's the next one. We get a chance to get this taste out of our mouth. Just football's a little tougher because you got to sit with it for 1 week. But, again, we got to go in. We got to play a cleaner game. And, it's like I've told them, the best teams don't win football games, the teams that play the best. And we got to get back to being a team. We got to get back to embracing our job and we got to get back to doing it for the man next to us, and we got to do it at a high level, and we got to trust each other and take care of each other. And Woodlawn's just the next one.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Brett Beard Show, sponsored by James Restaurant. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Yellow Jackets again on the road Friday night in Baton Rouge against Woodlawn. Come out and support the Jackets. For Brett Beard, I'm Johnny Lombardi. We'll see you on the show next week.
That's how you beat big-time programs in the real games too. We got to capitalize on some of that. We got to continue to get better. I told you.